Howdy, 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 tankers, and welcome back to another video. And today we have the tank review of the T-72M1, the new premium Eastern Alliance Cold War heavy tank. Yep, I think I got it all in there. One thing I just want to say before this video kicks off is that we passed 50 subs like that in a day. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and giving this channel a little bit of support. I know 50 subs ain't nothing, but it is something to me. Alright, so in this gameplay, the first thing I really want to point out about this tank is its mobility. This thing for a heavy tank gets going. It has a top speed of around 60-61 with none of the speed boost stuff on it. And I mean, you can keep up with MOBATs. I mean, I'm right behind this guy, even though MOBATs technically have a better top speed. You still stay right with these guys, and you have way better armor than MOBATs. You actually have armor in this tank, and it is darn good armor. Speaking about armor, this thing on the front hull, the upper front hull, has around 181 millimeters of armor, which is fantastic for all of the mediums and lights in this game. If they're just auto-aiming on you and trying to do what light tanks and mediums usually just do in this game and just circle you, one, they're not going to be able to circle you because your hull rotation is too good, and two, your upper hull is good enough that they will get ricochets off your upper hull with an auto-aim. So it makes this tank sort of hard to defeat from the front if you're in a medium or a light. And God knows the light tanks are just horrible right now. So this is nice challenge for them. Going on to the front turret on this thing, it's got around 355 millimeters of armor. Yeah, nobody's gonna be getting through the front of your turret reliably, I think. I mean, I'm no Cold War freak and know all the penetration values and stuff in this game, but its turret is definitely really good. If you get hull down to this thing, they're only going to be able to get into your cupola, and I think they're going to struggle to get through the front of your tank. And last but not least, the side armor on this tank is also very good. You have a lot of spaced armor on the side, and your tracks also count for a lot of armor. So all in all, toward the front of your side armor, you're going to be around 181, and toward the back of your side armor, you're going to be around 125. So you can still side scrape this thing like an absolute beast. Don't over angle it, just enough. Your tracks will eat most of the shots. Alright, so let's take a look at this gameplay right here, because just sort of see this tank. Its one Achilles heel is its gun depression. It has 6 degrees of gun depression, which it might as well have 0. So that is the one thing you need to keep an eye out in this tank, is its gun depression. Now this next little part, I just want to show you guys that right now, this MOBA's going to get a first shot into me, right there. So boom, there's my first shot into him. Now before he's even able to reload and get his second into me, I get a second into him, right there. Then boom, he instantly fires. That just shows you the DPM on this thing, even though you have about, like, I don't know, 30 less alpha damage than the MOBAT. This thing can put 2 shots for his 1. That's pretty insane. Now, I do not even have the equipment for my reload on this thing. So technically, my reload can be even better. I think right now my reload is around 8.4 with food and 7.9 without food. So I'm guessing with that other equipment of the loading system on here, I can get my reload without food down to around 7 seconds. A little above 7 seconds, which is insane for a 550 alpha damage. And now you're going to see what this armor can do against these pesky little light tanks that they own the game right now, which honestly they sort of do. So this armor on the front, if they're auto-aiming like this guy, nah, no chance. No chance. Now, and also, well, how about a medium? Mediums have a little bit more pen than the lights do in this game right now. Well, I don't know. Let's find out right now. This guy's auto-aiming. Nah, no chance. So you can see right here, and then you can see the traverse speed right now. Like, this guy cannot escape me. In a medium tank, I'm moving faster than he is in a heavy tank. Out-traversing him, keeping the front of your armor towards the enemies, and you're gonna be doing some auto bounces when they're auto-aiming on you. It's pretty nice. And then the light tank comes back again for round 2, and we're just not gonna let that happen. He's not even getting through our other buddy over there in the same exact tank as us, so he's straight up chilling. Takes a rock to the side, just snap auto aim onto him. The gun handling on this is very nice. It doesn't have the best shell velocity, but with the equipment and the skills I have on this thing, it just makes the gun handling very snappy, very medium-esque. I think it has like a 2-second aim time and like a .27 accuracy. It's fantastic for a heavy tank. This gun is just a really nice addition to this tank. Put the gun and the armor and the mobility all into one, and you have a very dangerous package right here. Now here's where I'm gonna sort of suck, for lack of a better word. I was still getting used to the aim time, or the shell velocity on this thing. I hit that guy good, which begs the question on why the heck I couldn't nail these next shots coming up right here. But you'll see what I'm talking about right now. And there's the aim time for you. I mean, dude, I barely aiming there, and I was already pretty much fully aimed. Very nice aim time on this thing. And now I see this guy in the middle, and now I just start sucking. I don't know where these shots are going. There's way too much foliage in front of me. I could just be that... Yeah, that one I did not give enough lead to right there. But you can see if faster moving tanks at 200, 300 meters, you sort of got to give a little bit of a lead to with this gun. So sadly, down goes my platoon mate there. We were having a fantastic game. I'm pretty sure that me and him single-handedly won this side of the map. We had some great teamwork. And if you're in a platoon of these like we were this game, you can just absolutely shred tanks. That M60 that was all by himself, they got that big old missile shot into me. Dead, matter of seconds. And now that we're coming down to the end of the game, we've had a good result here. About 5,000, 6,000 damage, 2,000 assistance, 2,000 block. Big numbers, but we're not done yet. So I knew that there was only one tank over here on this side of the map, and the other two guys were in the city. So I knew that we needed to get this guy over here out of the game while we could. I told my other guy on my team to follow me, and he actually is. So that is some nice teamwork right there. And we're just going. We are shifting, and it's just the mobility on this thing is just so nice again. With all these light tanks and stuff in the game, you can't be slow, you'll get left in the dust. Alright, so I'm pausing the video here because this next scene's about to get very hectic. I'll try to explain as I go along, but just focus on who I'm focusing out right now. Alright, I'm going to let the video go and I'll explain everything now. Now originally I wanted to focus the guy on the right that was all by himself, but I see that we spot the T-72M1, which is the tech tree tank of this tank, and we need to focus him down, and we get a super lucky fire on him, and we were going to go and finish him off, but we didn't have the gun depression, so we switched over to this guy right here, who comes over on us, gets a shot into us. We take a missile to the rear end from the Sheridan, took 0 damage, and we're going to go in for the Sheridan right now. He's a way bigger threat. The light tanks, if you keep them alive to the end of the game, they will outspot you, they can shoot you and stay unspotted, and they will just absolutely ruin your day. And he can't get away. This is just a testament to this tank's speed. He can't. I'm faster than a light. Well, I'm not faster, but I'm fast enough to keep up with a light. Our teammate took the other guy out, and we just had an absolute killer game there at the end. Thanks to my teammate right there, you know, doing 6K, me doing 8K, and the teamwork of that last greenie that was there. I mean, we just had a 10K combined damage game. 3,000 blocked, 4 kills, made a whopping amount of money in this tank, and just an absolutely great result for this tank. So now I'm going to go back to the garage. I'm going to show you guys all the equipment I'm running, and as you can see, I'm missing an equipment slot. I was on my buddy's account. He was a little stretched for cash on it, so I couldn't put the exact equipment I wanted on. But if I was to put one on for this spot, it would be the reload, 100%. As of now, I had the gun stabilizer and the gun laying drive, which is helping my aim time out and my accuracy in general. The only thing this thing is missing is that advanced loader. That thing would just make the reload even better on this thing and just turn this gun into just an absolute threat on the battlefield. Even though this is what I use, you guys are more than welcome to set your tank up however suits you the best. Alright, next we're going to be heading into the perks. Now this is my typical sort of heavy tank class that I have. Of course I have Sixth Sense, Born Leader, the reloading one, all of my accuracy perks on there, and these last three ones down here, rapid aiming is to help me snap onto targets faster, then the whole rotation is to deal with light tanks, and track mechanic is just so I don't get trapped in the middle of nowhere and sort of get pooped on by light tanks again. But the last three are sort of up to you. I like running those top six no matter what. And now, armor time. So this thing, now I did already sort of break the armor down in the beginning of the video, but just to go over it again, the side armor in the rear is going to be 125, and the front is going to be 135, and the front hull is going to be around 181, and then the turret front is going to be around 355, and the mantlet is going to be around 280. So needless to say, you're going to be able to side scrape this thing pretty nicely. You have a nice upper hole there for mediums and lights that'll ricochet off of you. Heavies, not so much. And you have a fantastic turret that you should try to get hull down, because if you wiggle your tank back and forth, they're going to make it a little harder to hit your cupola. They're going to have a hard time getting through the front of your turret. Your lower plate, nada. But all in all, the armor in this thing is A1 quality. Get into the detailed statistics of this tank. Now keep in mind that I didn't have that last equipment for the reload on this, so the stuff down there on the bottom left, like reload time and rate of fire, will actually be a little bit better if you had the reload system on here. So with that being said, this tank is sort of on par with things like the MOBAT in ways of it has pretty much just as good DPM, even though it has 50 less alpha. It has just as good of mobility, even though it's a tiny, and I mean tiny bit slower. It has way better gun handling than the MOBAT does. It has better armor than the MOBAT does. So all in all, I would take this tank any day over the MOBAT. And sure, the MOBAT has a gun depression, but I mean, you pick and choose. But more or less, this armor and its gun, this thing will absolutely tear up a MOBAT in a 1v1 situation, in my opinion. But you guys, thank you so much for showing up today, you guys. Again, thank you so much for hitting almost 66 subscribers now on my channel. That's crazy for someone who only does this, you know, for fun. I only do this for fun, you guys. I don't do this to make money or anything. It's honestly just to put you guys, educate the community. I love the tank. I love the game, and I like to educate people and get the community better at the game, because, I mean, if you're not trying to get better, then, get off my team. No, I'm just kidding. Nah. You guys, ammo rack, the like and subscribe button. Go drop a comment on this. How'd you like the video? Let me know what you think about this tank. Go hit that bell in the top right corner, which will let you know when I drop another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, peace out.